guys, it is Tanya and welcome back to the channel. Today I am back with another speed build and today we're here with a mansion build. It's been a while, it's been a couple of months actually. Back in November was the last time we did a very large home or a mansion, and it was actually a more traditional mansion from inspired by the Cats and Dogs pack. We kind of made a New England mansion. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. It was fun, but it was a lot of work, and so was this one. This actually took me I had over 6 hours of footage to go through when it came to editing this down, which took a really long time to get down to 30-something minutes here. I did not include most of the landscaping. The bathrooms are not included, and the floor plan is not included. But I think I left everything else in, and I tried to cut out as many long pauses as I could, but of course there's still some that are present here. But I did the best I can, and so we have a long time to talk today. Well, we watched this build unfold, and it's interesting to see it like so quick, I guess, because this one took me so incredibly long to build that it's just kind of nice seeing the process and the very beginning of it right here, because I'm so used to seeing the final shape of it, which ends up being kind of a crazy wonky shape because it is a modern home. And I thought it was really cool right here to have an aspect of the home that was kind of a glass wall that folds, that instead of just having windows or doors, it was kind of more like the whole wall is a door and a window, and you can just slide the wall. Obviously, it's not functional, that the game treats that as an outdoor aspect of the home, but it's another seating area I added. I imagined it could be like a sunroom type of thing. There's a fireplace in there, a nice dining table, and I think like a painting or something, or maybe a bar. I don't remember. I think it was a bar. I just wanted it to be an additional seating area, a nice place to have like kind of an indoor-outdoor meal, and obviously the idea was that your Sims could close that if they wanted, but obviously you can't unless you just destroy those walls and make it a straight wall with those windows, and then you can kind of get that idea. But I was just going for something that looked aesthetically pleasing. That was kind of the whole vibe with this house. Most of the stuff in this house should be functional. There's a couple of things that might be a little bit wonky for your Sims to use, but if so, you can go ahead and just fix them with like more normal stuff. I was just experimenting a lot with this house and having a lot of fun with it, and I was like, if I'm gonna go modern, like I'm gonna go really modern, because I feel like I never make super modern builds, and I had a lot of fun with it. Did I keep in some landscaping? No, I think that's all I did for that. I was like, there's gonna be a tree here. Because I tried to cut out as much of that as possible, like I said, because there is so much of this footage here. But it took me a really long time to figure out how the house was going to work and a floor plan and stuff, which obviously I cut out. But we end up having 4 staircases total. I think, no, 1, 2. There's 4 on the interior of the house. There's 1 in the backyard leading up because there's like a party deck outside. This is a house that's definitely meant for either like a bunch of people who are all young and this is their home, or maybe in a couple that has grown children. And so it ends up having not that many bedrooms, surprisingly. It has a lot of like large living spaces, and the kitchen is very open. It's party friendly. This is a party friendly home. But basically there's 3 separate sections of the upstairs that none of them connect to each other. And one of them has a large bedroom that I imagined was a teen room, or just a very girly or bright colored Sim. Someone that likes really bright colors would live up there, and there's a bathroom. Another upstairs area has the master bedroom and ensuite, as well as an additional bedroom that is connected to its own deck that has like workout equipment. The master bedroom also has its own deck that has like a hot tub and stuff. There's a lot of private balconies on this build. And then the last bedroom, there's only 4, is a separate area of the house. We kind of have like a second apartment sort of in the house. You can either have a very spoiled butler in that area, or maybe you have like your Sim's kid lives there, or maybe your Sim's parents, like they're really rich and they want their parents to live with them so they can take care of them in their old age. I think there's a lot of storytelling that could happen with that. So I think that's pretty cool. We're adding some furniture out by the pool and a nice umbrella to keep cool. It's like, wow, look at all the plants. The plants magically appeared. Oh, look, now we're putting some chairs and stuff over here. We made kind of a bonfire area. I put one of those little bonfires in the middle here, which I don't think you can use unless you put some chairs that are actually attached to it. That was one of the things that I did just because it looked cute. So unfortunately that like, for the sake of things looking nice, sometimes you gotta make them non-functional, but you can easily just add some chairs to that, because I'm pretty sure you can't use it without a chair of some sort, or a bench. I don't know, can you? Can you kneel on the ground? Can your Sims kneel on the ground? I don't think they can. I think I tested that and they couldn't. We also have like a little outdoor movie theater here, which is really cool. We have an indoor one as well, so these Sims are obviously very wealthy. I believe this house comes out to 652,000 simoleons, so it's not cheap. Your wealthy Sims should be able to move right on in though and really enjoy the luxuries that this home has to offer. Have lots of wonderful parties. This is on the island in Windenburg, so like the ocean is your backyard. Like, it's a beautiful view, and I think it would be really fun to play on this lot, but because there's so many items in such a big lot, it's a 64 by 64 lot, I wouldn't suggest it on lower end machines because it might not run as well, but go ahead and try it. I hope you guys enjoy this, and if you'd like to download it, it is available on the Sims 4 gallery if you search Griffy or the hashtag MsGryphi. It took me a really long time to do, and it was really, really fun. I'm really happy how this one came out. So if you guys have any other build suggestions or mansion suggestions in particular, please feel free to share those, because I think every couple of months I'll probably do a mansion, because they are just so time consuming and I tend to prefer smaller builds, but I really enjoyed this one. So I'd love some suggestions for different styles, because we did kind of a more New England, like, pet friendly mansion last time, and then this time we're doing like an ultra modern party mansion. So there's got to be like some kind of in between there that we can come up with some other ideas. So if you guys have anything in particular you want to see, please let me know, as always, because I keep a huge suggestion list, and I gotta get back to that soon and start working on some of the suggestions and some of the ideas I've just written down in general. But lately I've been doing a lot of like spur of the moment what I feel like building, which is kind of fun. But right here, we are working on that deck that has a bunch of workout equipment, because I thought that would be kind of cool to have like a private deck you can like run on the treadmill or punch your punching bag, weight machines, dance floor, all that kind of stuff. There's actually a lot of dance floors in this build. One of them is functional because it's on a roof, but it's right here. But it's also a functioning deck that we have up there that has like a bar and stuff. I figured a lot of parties could be on this part of the house, which I think is really, really fun. But we have a couple other ones that are on pieces of roof that are just the roof. Like, you can't get up there. It just looks nice to have like a glass ceiling, and we did that a few times throughout the house because it looks modern and pretty, and the lighting is really pretty in the game. So that's kind of what the deal was there. And now we're back outside. We're building a little bit of a fence around the front and back of the property and putting some palm trees, which I thought was really nice. I think that's like the only little bit of landscaping I kept in, because I don't know, it's just like the fence, it was part of the fencing, and I was like, it looks cool, I'm gonna leave that in. And we're just adding a little table up here to go ahead and eat at when we have nice parties, because of course a lot of people are gonna be sitting at the bar, just standing around and talking or dancing, but I thought it would be nice to have a place to sit and eat as well, because we also have that like banquet table up there, the little catering table that all the food will be on, and there'll be fondue. So people are going to have food. They're going to want to sit down. And of course, they can also walk down by the pool, sit in the tables and chairs down there. There's so many places to go. They can all chill in the hot tub if they want. I know Sims can multitask, but can they actually eat in the hot tub? That'd be cool. This is the kitchen, which I absolutely love. The only thing in here that might not be functional is the computer is actually sitting on an enlarged shelf. So it might not work. It's on the other side of the kitchen, but that might not work. But other than that, the kitchen should be fully functional, and we should be swapping out the cabinets and counters here in a minute, because I liked these more brown ones a little bit better, and I often go for like black and white everything, so I thought it would be a nice change to switch it up and use a more, I guess, neutral earthy tone. So that's what we went ahead and did, and I'm very happy with that decision. I think they came out really, really well. So this is that desk over there that's actually just a shelf enlarged. So your Sims might not be able to use that. I've tested it a couple of times, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So it's kind of going to be like, I don't know if it's going to work. If it doesn't, you can just place the computer on a desk instead. It shouldn't be an issue. But I just thought it looked really cool. Like, the desk looks like it's just like fully supported off the wall. It was a different look. Like I said, I experimented a little in this build, and it was a lot of fun to do so. I believe we went with this floor because I was trying to stick with some browns, and I'm pretty happy with the decisions. We also added this little towel hanging off of the counter right by the sink because, I mean, it's handy to have your towels right there. Although I have a feeling this family that would live here would have a butler, hence why we have that whole, like, separate apartment on the other side, which, like I said, doesn't have to be for a butler. It could be for whoever you want. You could just have two families living in one, like the big family, and then maybe their, like, sister-in-law is living there, or maybe whenever they have guests, instead of just giving them a guest room, they get a whole guest apartment, which I think is really cool. I just really like the idea. That's why we went ahead and did that. This is the little dining table we ended up putting in the kitchen because we have so much seating everywhere, but I figured they'd have an eat-in kitchen as well as a dining space. Plus, that allows for more Sims to be here and sit together and eat together because, oh my goodness, like, this house would be so perfect for parties, and I'm gonna keep saying that. Like, I want to have a Sim throw a party here. But I don't think I'm gonna ever have a Sim that lives here, so, you know. I also had a lot of issues with the lighting through part of the building in here because something with the staircase going upstairs in the living space area, as you can see on the rugs here, they're not the right color, and I'm struggling with it a little bit. It was making it seem like we were outside, but the staircase wasn't going outside, it was going upstairs. But I fixed it in the end, and we got the colors back to working properly. I used this table and chairs from the fitness stuff pack, which I absolutely love. Oh my gosh. So I wasn't really excited with that pack with all of the new, like, fitness equipment and activities, but the furniture we got, like this table and the chairs and this table as well, like, such beautiful items. Like, I use that pack a lot, particularly for this side table that we're using over here now. I just love it. It's so cute. We also added a whole bunch of these curtains to this. They don't reach the floor, but I kind of liked them there. I thought they were kind of interesting. They're just pulled to the side a little bit and hanging down, and it was just a nice little accent. This is the living space. I combined a couple of different couches together. They don't match perfectly, but I kind of liked the black and gray together. I thought it, like, I don't know, I'm going to just keep saying, like, I thought they complemented each other pretty well. There was me just fixing the lighting glitches. So we're all good on colors now. And I also used this really big curved TV, and instead of putting it on a wall, I just raised it up and put it on one of these glass tables. Once again, that's something from the fitness pack, and I absolutely adore it. We put a lot of touches of yellow in this room. As you can see with that flower, we're going to end up having yellow curtains as well, and just little yellow accents here and there. And I really, really liked it. I don't know why, I was just feeling that idea quite a bit for this room. And it's not a color I use very often, and I think yellow goes amazing with gray. So it was kind of a different color combination that I think worked really well, and it was nice to just change it up a little bit. I changed those paintings over there a bunch of times. And we end up using the paintings from Cats and Dogs in the end, although I really do like that feather painting that we have over there now. I think we end up using that somewhere else in the house. So it does get used in the end because it does fit so nicely in this home. But we're placing some bookcases over here because I thought this was the perfect corner to go ahead and have the grand piano, like right in front of the windows there, just chilling. Like, I don't get to put the grand piano in many builds at all. I was so excited to be able to use it because it's a really big item. I like when my Sims play piano, but when I usually have a Sim that's into piano, I usually get them a keyboard because that fits more, like, it fits better in most homes. Like, not many people have space for a grand piano that's not just going to take up their whole living room. But I thought for a mansion like this that it made sense, and it's just such a pretty place to put it. Like, you have such a wonderful view of the front yard, of the giant property, and it just sounds so nice. Like, I would love to just sit in this house and play piano. I don't know a lot on piano, but I did take lessons when I was a kid, and I thought that would be kind of cool. I thought about putting a microphone next to it, but I changed my mind about that, and we add some poofs over here. I was thinking about putting some other chairs, but then we grabbed some of these instead, which I think looks really, really nice. And we duplicated the rug and changed it to a different color so that it had a little bit of a layered effect, which I thought looked pretty cool. And I think that's pretty much it for this corner. We added some more paintings and stuff. Did we end up putting that there? Huh. Okay. Well, I knew it was somewhere else in the house, so I guess that's where it is. And added some paint plants and stuff around the place, of course, constantly. I can't stop adding plants everywhere in my builds. We also added a nice ottoman over here in front of the window so you could sit down and hang out while you're listening to somebody play the piano. Because I know Sims in general tend to flood to the area when somebody is playing piano or any instrument. They want to listen to everyone. And I think that's kind of nice. So there's a place for them to sit while they're doing that, so they're not just all hovering around. But they probably will anyway, because they're Sims and they're going to want to hover. I toyed with the idea of a fish tank over here, which I didn't end up using in the end, but I did put it under one of the staircases. So later on in the build, you'll see that. But I used this bookcase like 4 or 5 times in this build. Because it's my favorite. It's like so versatile and it's gorgeous and simplistic. It obviously fits in with the modern aesthetic because it's so simplistic. So I was excited to do that. This is something kind of cool I added. I added some of these bars. I don't remember what they came with, and added all kinds of foliage growing up them. Just a little bit of extra detail, I guess. And then I'm adding another seating area over here by the hot tub. So you can just soak it up in the hot tub and then relax a little bit with an additional seating area, because there's a whole bunch of those in this build. If you own this house, you're gonna have so many places to sit, so many places. And then we added this little I skipped by it apparently, but I had found a little plant that I thought looked really nice to go ahead and put by the staircase in the living space. So we did that. This is at the top of the steps. I didn't really show much of this room, but this is a separate room downstairs that the only thing in it has like a seating area, but this room, like upstairs, it's an exit to the top deck. So from inside, you can go in there and into a room that all that's in the room is a seating area and a staircase, and you go upstairs and it's a door to the party deck. So it's just kind of like a quick way to get from the main areas, like the kitchen and dining area, to get outside to the party deck. And I thought it was really nice. So that's what that is. We're adding some doors. I thought we did all the floor plan and doors ahead of time. This is the master bedroom. And my goodness, guys, I posted about this on Twitter. This bedroom took me an hour. Just this bedroom. Like, the whole build took like 6 hours, but this one bedroom took me like an hour. And you can kind of see why now, because I'm using a lot of move objects and struggling with it a little bit, because I sized up a sign to be a headboard. And then I moved these lamps onto the headboard, and we changed the color and like the bed coming out of it a bunch of times. And I'm pretty happy with how it came out in the end. Although I didn't end up using this brown wood swatch in the end. I do want to use that at some point because I think it looks really, really nice. We ended up changing it to a black, and we had used this bed in blue. And I thought it came out really nice, but we experiment with colors a lot here. I think we'll skip to the correct colors momentarily. And I did a lot of fun things with these shelves and combining different objects in this room, like this dresser over here. We also shoved an ottoman under the shelves that has books in it. This one right here, you'll see me do that just about now. And it just kind of makes it look like we have this like customizable headboard, which I really, really liked. It kind of reminds me of like fancy hotels. And it's kind of the aesthetic I was going for with this build. So I'm really happy with it. Like, I think the time paid off, maybe. I don't know. You guys can let me know if you think it looks nice. Because I'm just tooting my own horn right now. I really like it. I like this bedroom. I had a lot of fun with it. So, and now we're just adding curtains and stuff. And I apologize if any parts of this build are going by too fast for you guys. I cut out a ridiculous amount of footage, and I had to speed it up really fast. And it's still kind of long. This is a lengthy speed build. We're 34 minutes. This is 34 minutes, and we're only 18 minutes in. But because like when I sped it up to my normal speed, I had still over an hour. It was over an hour, and I was like, oh no. And so I sped it up a little bit more than that, like one time more than I normally do. And then I cut out a lot because I got it up to 34 minutes from at like over an hour. So I'm pretty proud of that, but that just means the footage is a little faster than I would have liked it. So I apologize if it's a little hard to follow, but hopefully you can follow along and it doesn't make you too dizzy some of the times when it spins around, because I never focus on the same area for a long period of time. I kind of skip all over the place, which is not the best idea when you're building stuff and you want to show people your process, but you know, that's how I do. And we're still working on this bedroom because it takes us absolutely forever. But if you just want to see the screenshots, there's like 2 minutes of screenshots at the end of this video showing off all of the different rooms and the stuff outside. And so if you're getting a headache, you can go look at that. Granted, if you were getting a headache, you probably wouldn't be watching till 20 minutes in. But if you're still here, I love you guys. You're so sweet. But I added a lot of these like dividers on like the lines in the wallpaper I was using behind the bed. I don't think I kept all of them, but I don't remember. But I quite liked that idea. This is the bedroom that has like the athletic deck outside where you can go ahead and work out. I was thinking of making it really masculine, but I really didn't. Actually, the master bedroom and this one end up being very blue because it's Tanya and I make everything blue, which is weird, but I'm sorry. Every time I have to make a room, it's blue. Every time I make a house that's like not modern, like every time I make a traditional house, it's blue. Like I don't know why. I don't know why at all. I don't think I normally ever make houses that are modern blue though. I feel like my modern go-to colors are like black, white, brown, and orange, which is kind of a weird color scheme, but I guess it makes sense. I've made a few modern homes in the past that were orange. I don't know if they're all on the channel though, but I don't do a lot of modern homes in general, and I don't do a lot of mansions, so I was so excited to do this. I want to do more modern homes. I feel like they're easier when you're doing like something tiny, like if I did another 5x5 build challenge, because the first one I did, actually the only one I did like probably over a year ago, I don't remember exactly when it was. That was a traditional home, and I feel like it would work so much better to do that challenge as a modern home. But I want to do some more modern builds because I think they're really fun and they allow you to be more creative and do more, I don't know, they're more versatile because you can just create weird things and weird shapes and it makes sense. And I don't know, it's a way to be creative. Also here, I added a trophy case and raised a bunch of basketballs into it, so it looked like that was a place you could throw all your basketballs, like to store them when you're not using them. I thought that was kind of a cool idea because we added a nice basketball court. Because, I mean, if we have a movie theater and a pool and a hot tub and a second movie theater, we also have to have a basketball court. I mean, it's not a full court, but like, you kind of get what I mean. We needed to have that in the build as well. This is that like outdoor-indoor sliding glass wall place I was talking about. We just have our our fireplace, nice painting, a nice table to sit at, and I believe we add a bar over here. Pretty simple, just against the wall so you can go ahead and grab your own drinks. It's not meant for you to be served your own drinks. This is just like make your own thing, grab your own thing. I thought it was a chill place to just hang out. Probably more so the family, but that would work for the party deck as part of the party outdoor area and party deck as well. This is the main entrance when you first walk in. When you first walk in, you're in a hallway, because if you go through those doors, you're in that outside area that we were just decorating. But when you first walk in, I just wanted to have like something pretty, like a table and a nice painting and a little bit of storage. We put some of the tall cabinets that you can get from all the various cabinet options when you grab this. And I imagine this would be a nice place for people to hang up coats and stuff. It's closed in there so you don't have to see their coats and their hats and their scarves. It's just closed away and very neat. And I really liked that. We also added this statue inside, which I also have outside. I just thought it was nice to tie it in to have both of those, have it both on the interior and exterior. I just saw me grab that really colorful carpet. I threw that into one of the bedrooms, which ends up being the most crazy colorful room I have ever made. And I don't know where it came from because this whole house is very, I guess, neutral, gray, black, my aesthetic. And then I made a room that's just like color vomited everywhere. And so that's kind of fun. But I imagine like this could be a family that has grown kids, and by grown kids I mean teenagers and young adults, and maybe one of the teens is super into bright colors. So they tend to be able to decorate your own room. Like when you're a teenager and a kid, you get to like choose what your room wants to look like. It doesn't necessarily match the way the rest of the house looks like. So I thought that was fine. It's a little bit crazy, but you could definitely have some interesting Sims living in there. This is a secondary living room we were just building. We're just about done with it. It's just an extra seating area that's a little bit, I would say, less formal, but it looks just as formal. But that's kind of what the idea was. This is an office we went ahead and added. I forgot we had an office, but it ends up being very much my aesthetic. How many times have I said aesthetic in this? Can somebody tell me? Can somebody like go back and count how many times I said aesthetic? I'm kidding. Please don't do that. If you do that, like, I really appreciate it. But I feel, please don't. Aesthetic. Okay. But this is like blue and gray. Navy blue and gray is like my favorite color combination. So it was really nice to go ahead and have that in here. We have this really big table, which I used as a desk. a kind of futuristic see-through computer, some nice chairs to sit in while you're talking to whoever's desk this is. And I changed my mind so many times with this. And I left, I think, all of it in so you could see, like, the process for this. Because I cut a lot of stuff out of this build, but, like, I struggled with this room. So I was like, we're going to keep some of this stuff in. Otherwise, it would be like, oh, well, here it's done. You don't get to see anything. The only room that you didn't really get to see was the movie theater, but it was just putting a TV on the wall and a couple of posters and then just putting a bunch of chairs. So there was nothing to it, so I didn't include that in here. Kind of like I didn't include any of the bathrooms, but they're not in the screenshots either, but there are 5 bathrooms in this house. One is for the, like, separate apartment or butler's quarters, depending on what you use it for. One's just a small one in the main living area, and then there is an ensuite for the master bedroom and the room that has the, like, workout deck, and then there's a big bathroom, not as an ensuite, but right next to the very colorful bedroom we haven't gotten to yet. I added these lights in this office, but I decided to get rid of them in the end. I didn't feel like they fit for the look I was going for. But you can just see this struggle. Like, I can't figure out what I want this build to look like. And I believe we're going to add a bunch of books on these shelves as well, which I think looks nice. It makes it look a little fuller and, I don't know, more office-like. I don't know what I'm saying. But I think what we eventually got to in the end with this office, it looks pretty decent, but we do get rid of those lights. Add a bookcase over here, and I think that's pretty much it for this office. I don't know what else I could be adding. I mean, I know I added that easel. Oh, and now we're in that staircase area I was talking about, where this room is just a staircase upstairs to go outside to the party deck. We just have some bookcases and some pictures and plants, because plants go everywhere. I can't stop adding plants every single place in every single build. So we add a little seating area under the stairs here. I thought it looked really, really nice. I don't know what I guess you could grab a book off one of those bookshelves and just chill there and read. That's kind of what the thought was. But it's just an additional seating area because I feel like big houses and like big buildings in general have like lots of seating areas. So that's what it was. And oh no, we're on the color vomit room. Oh goodness. Okay, you can already tell by the color of the bed and the painting and the rug that this is gonna be something alright. Oh gosh, pink and blue. Oh my god, what is going on here? I don't know what it is with me lately. I've been like randomly making very colorful or very pink things, and I don't like pink. It's just like, I need something a little bit different. I think I'm just trying to get out of my comfort zone a little bit and have a bit of variety, because I know a lot of people like stuff like this, so I'm like, you know what, Tanya, not everything can be gray and navy blue. Like, you need to switch it up a little bit. So we added a very colorful bedroom in here. So, you know, if this is something you like, I almost said aesthetic again, then, you know, I got you covered. We can have a very colorful, bright, color vomit bedroom. If you really want one, it's here. It's here. Good luck. Have fun. We added this super colorful couch that I don't think I've ever used in the bright colors before, but I think it would be kind of fun to make like a crazy colored house, because I never do stuff like that. So maybe that'll become, ooh, colorful apartment. I haven't done an apartment in a while. Would you guys like to see an apartment renovation or building or whatever in San Myshuno? Please let me know, because that would be kind of cool. Something I haven't done in a while. We have 2 colored couches here and like a TV and stuff. I thought this is like a spoiled teenager's room. I was just like, let's think about all of the shows I watched as a kid, or like that were on when I was a teenager and stuff. Let's think of all the cool rooms. Like, That's So Raven, Miley Cyrus, or like, I guess Hannah Montana, Lizzie McGuire. Let's just combine all of the things that we really wanted as a kid. Like, not necessarily these colors, but I feel like a lot of the stuff was colorful and elegant. Not elegant, like all over the place. Super spoiled. And I'm jealous. I guess as a kid, you were always jealous of like the things that people in shows had. You watch this and you're like, I'm that age, why don't I have these beautiful things? This is the little apartment off to the side. It has like a separate kitchen and everything. Like I said, full apartment. I kept it very, very neutral, like black, white, gray, because I felt like most of the house kind of had that aesthetic to it. Oh my god, I said it again. But I wanted to make it so whoever you have here can kind of swap out things, bring their own touch to it. It's very neutral to begin with, but you can change it up however you want. So we have a nice seating area over here with a fireplace and TV. Eventually we will add those things. and I quite like it. Like I said, it's very neutral, but I like it. It's very simple, and I think it'll be very versatile for a variety of Sims. We add a lot of this backsplash, which is kind of like a brick. I've heard people call it subway tiles. I'm not sure if that's what it is, but I quite like it. I've been really into using it lately, so we've used it as a backsplash a lot in this little apartment. I don't think it's used anywhere else throughout the build, but I kind of wanted this area to be a little bit separate from the rest of it, because I imagined it would be like a separate living situation for guests or for a butler or maybe a different family member who's living with you, like I mentioned before. So I wanted it to kind of be a little bit different from the rest of the house and very customizable if you go ahead and download this or have other Sims living here. I think it would be a really nice place to, like, I think my favorite one is like rich parents and their kid grows up and instead of getting their own place, they're like, no, I'm just going to move into the apartment, and they're going to deck it out and make it look pretty. Or maybe you're rich and you have your parents move in. Like, I've already said this, but I just think that would be really cool gameplay, because when your Sims get older, like, it's so sad when your elders pass away, and I'm like, I want to spend time with them. So you kind of like want to move them back into your house so you can spend more time with them before their time I'm going to say that word wrong. Before their time comes. I'm not even going to try and say it. So I don't know. I think the apartment's a good idea. But have you guys done that before? Have you had like a separate apartment in one of your Sims builds, or had your Sims like have their parents move back in when they were older to kind of take care of them, and also so you don't miss like when they pass away, you want to like get to spend as much time with them as you can before they go bye-bye, before the Grim Reaper comes with his tablet and takes them away. Because I've done that before quite a few times actually. Especially my own personal gameplay, because I was like, in The Sims 3, because I was like, I need the gravestones, because I had a graveyard I would bring, I'd bury everyone at, and I'd leave flowers, and it was really cute, and it was very important to me that I didn't miss anything. I think this is one of the last things we are adding. It's just a small seating area, and then that'll be it. This is right when you first come into the build. Anyway, I just wanted to thank you guys so much for watching. We will be going to screenshots shortly. If you like this, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.